Welcome back, everyone, to another episode 4 of Can Blue, a hockey podcast covering the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. I'm your host, Ben, on the Rangers side.
I'm Brendan, Habs.
Yes.
And first regular season week.
Yes.
How'd it go?
Went well for, I think, both of us at the end of the day, even though a little bit rocky start as well for both of us.
Yeah.
Really just like...
Yours was worse.
Ours was so much worse with the no-show. Just really made me think this is what like this is what you're gonna present for us here. It's horrible. So we'll get into each of our games. There's 3 on either side. But quick around the league news. Connor McDavid signs 2 years at $12.5 million.
12.5, yeah.
Which is a crazy team-friendly deal, and it's definitely a let's win.
You got
and if we
2
don't,
years, Oilers.
Yeah, 2 years,
2
literally.
years, literally.
And then we're back on the clock, and he's going to be a Ranger in 2 years, that sounds like. I think he's gone either way. Like, if they win, he's like, all right, I did it, I'm leaving. And if they don't win, he's like, okay, we didn't win, so I'm leaving.
Really? Oh, so if you...
I kind of think so.
Really? If they win, you don't think he stays for life?
Why? He's done it. He's climbed the mountain.
Yeah,
He's a legend. I don't know. I could see him leaving. If he wanted to stay for life and he thought they could win there, then he'd sign a long deal.
And then when it comes to that re-signing, like, they were just going to be like, yeah, here's $20 million.
Yeah, well, I mean, at that point, maybe the cap will be high enough, right?
Yeah.
Another couple signings. Kyle Connor signed. I forget what that extension was, but again, big winger off the market.
It was a long term.
Yeah.
7, 8 years.
7 or 8 year, yeah.
More than McDavid.
Yeah.
That guy is
Lock him up,
literally one of the best scorers in the league, and no one talks about him.
And crazy that he just wasn't included on the Four Nations final team. So he was on the team, but sorry, for the final game against Canada, they decided to play like Kreider and Trocheck over him, and then we lost. Yeah, guess what? We needed a goal.
Wait, who was the coach for that?
Was it not Mike Sullivan?
Was it not Mike Sullivan?
I think it was Mike Sullivan.
I guess he liked the Trocheck Kreider.
Listen, no, I think the big thing there. I was talking about this the other night with one of my friends. Big thing there was like they wanted that to go well, and they wanted viewership. So having Rangers out there for like the final showdown, guys from New York, obviously it's gonna bring in New York fans as opposed to guys from, Winnipeg. They're probably watching
Kyle
anyway.
Connor is such a dope scorer.
He is. He's legit.
So good.
I'm hoping they don't take that route for the Olympics. It's more important.
Yeah.
So I would assume he'd be.
Yeah.
I don't think Trocheck or Kreider should be on that.
I'm excited for the Olympics. That should be fun. There's gonna be a couple guys that make the roster. Actually, would Caulfield be edged out? He might be. I don't know.
It depends.
U.S. is loaded.
They are loaded. Another guy who signed and who is already announced on that team is Jack Eichel. So he signed with Vegas, which...
Well, Fox is definitely going.
No, not official. The official, there's like 3 announced. It was Quinn Hughes, Eichel, and Matthews, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Brady, maybe. Kachuk. I'm not sure, actually. But
Kachucks are definitely.
Yeah. But either way, so that... Eichel off the board for a long-term extension in Vegas. So it really just... What we thought was going to be a pretty heavy off-season for free agents quickly is dwindling, and that's not good for the Rangers, I think.
Or Habs.
Or the Habs, it's true. I mean, you guys have more something you're building up to. I feel like the Rangers kind of just have something and then just try to add at the deadline or just get a big name instead of, which I wish they would do it your way. It's better your way if they draft well and then progress and then...
I mean, like, it'd be interesting because we didn't really talk about sort of the idea if you guys are good again.
Yeah.
How do you add on to a team that could go far in the playoffs? If you're like, I guess last year could be a one-off, at least how things are going now, pretty good.
For the Rangers, you're saying?
Yeah, for the Rangers.
I think you just got to add centers and then you need that 5-on-5 scoring, which it hasn't been the MO of the Rangers in the last 5 years. Like, it's all been special teams stuff.
Yeah.
With maybe an outlier here or there of a line doing well or like a player doing well in 5-on-5. But yeah, it remains to be seen. I mean, I'm not gonna say the Rangers are horrible or really good yet. It's only been 3 games, so there's a lot there that I want to unpack throughout those games. But Last little thing, I mean, so said the free agents, it's like Panarin is one of the biggest free agents.
Yeah. What is he?
Or
32?
soon to be free agents left on the market. I think he's like 33 or so.
Okay.
He's over his like probably prime, but he's still been producing and still could fetch a haul. I know the Rangers have offered him, tried to get him to sign a team-friendly deal, and he kind of just like didn't go for it. So I'm sure they're going to come to the table again at some point, and I think they would try to re-sign him, because if they don't, again, like who else is out there? That might signal you need to start like retooling even more, which would be kind of tough. Our last thing around the news that I wanted to bring up, I always like the new and surprise jerseys that are going around. So I think the Penguins surprised with an all yellow jersey, which is, some people are calling like fire, but I don't know. The yellow is just kind of hurts the eyes a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, thoughts on that?
No, I don't really like them.
Yeah.
So, like,
I mean, it's the same yellow as the Predators too. It's just with black instead of.
Yeah, too similar. Similar. Nothing too crazy there.
That reminds me of they had the Ice Age game last night.
Ice Age game?
It was Mammoth versus Predators, so it was like
nice.
the movie Ice Age.
Nice.
And
nice.
Dylan Gunther, that's your guy, right? Or did you have him last year?
I had him last year.
Fantasy.
I didn't keep him. I probably should have. But
I don't know. It's hard when it's a team like that. You don't really know if they're really going to put up a fight.
That's the thing. Like, Utah and Seattle, players from there, I'm still iffy about.
Yeah, agreed.
About just consistency.
They haven't shown. The teams haven't shown.
Utah's better than Seattle, I think.
Seattle had a tough draft.
Seattle, I don't even know what's going on there.
Yeah, no idea. Don't they have Kakko and Lindgren? The boys.
Lindgren, the guy.
All right, and then the last jersey I saw that I love is the Nordiques, the Avs Nordique thirds. It's just
kind of an insult at this point.
If people are saying that, I'm like, I don't know.
I don't
bring the team back. I'm all for it.
Bring the team back.
But I like that they have those. They're keeping the logo alive. It's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, in that perspective, it is a good thing, keeping it alive. But also let's just bring them back.
It's true. I'm in. All right, let's get into the games. We're gonna go kind of tit for tat here. So I'll do game one. He'll do his game one, and then we'll go from there. And it's a lot to talk about, I think.
I think so.
We both actually ended the 3-game stretch 2-1, and we both lost our first game of the season. So definitely started off a little slow. Got my hopes super down after the horrible game.
Actually, my hopes were up. I liked our performance in our first game.
Really?
For the most part. Even though it was against the Leafs.
Yeah.
Big rival, of course.
Yeah.
But I really felt good on their play 5-on-5 and
sweet.
On the penalty kill as well.
All right, we're going to break those down now. So first thing I want to talk about, I feel like every episode now we've talked about what the lineup and roster configuration is actually going to be. It was finalized, obviously, a day or two before Tuesday opening night. I think I called this or predicted some of this where they started Mika Zibanejad on the wing with JT Miller and Cooley on the other wing. Second line, Trocheck, Panarin, Lafreniere, trying to get that trio back on action. And then they actually, Noah Laba made the team as their third line center.
Perreault
he had a great, Perreault got sent down. Connor Sheary made the team, which he's a big, Sullivan is a big Sheary guy. Like I think they're very tight. And then they signed Taylor Radish in the offseason, so that's your third line. That pushes Juuso Parssinen out. He's still there, but he's like a healthy scratch most nights, is what it sounds like. And then Carrick, Edstrom, Rempe, who've been buzzing over these 3 games. And then the D pairs we've talked about: Gavrikov, Fox, Borgen playing with Soucy, which is a little interesting because that pushes Braden Schneider down, where he's been talked about as, he could handle these top 4 minutes, but they're just not giving him those minutes. So it's a little weird, like, where do they actually see him? So
I totally called Parssinen being the odd man out, being the scratch.
I mean, he hasn't done anything that really merits for him to be there. So, and so then Schneider is with Euro Vakanainen. And so that was the other thing that Rangers fans are getting pissed about, like, why is Scott Morrow not on the team? And it goes back to the conversation we had last week about role. Like, they want to play these guys, Morrow and Perreault, in their roles, top 6, top, pairing minutes, and there's no path for them on the NHL team now to do that. So get them the seasoning in the AHL, and go from there. So I actually like that.
They're going to do
choice.
some good.
Yeah.
In the AHL, they'll get big minutes and big responsibility. It is important for these prospects to have some time there, I think.
Agreed.
Unless you're Bedard, but like not everyone's Bedard.
No, like almost no one is. So getting into game one, the hype was building. Obviously, it's Sullivan's first game as a Ranger head coach and first game against his former team, and it was a just total goose egg. Like it was horrible. They didn't score a goal, so that's always. And it's at home. It's at MSG. It's the Centennial.
MSG.
It's the big, like they're wearing their Centennial jerseys.
Yep.
And they just didn't score. And honestly, it wasn't like a 10-0 drumming, but the first period they looked just disconnected and honestly looked like they didn't want to even be there. And it really showed in Miller and Panarin's game. Like those guys didn't play much or at all in the preseason. And it showed with that, just there was no chemistry, there was no flow. They couldn't get out of their zone. Penguins just had shot after shot after shot. If it wasn't for Igor, it could have been like a 6-0 game. Penguins scored late. I think it was a rookie, actually. Scored late in the first period. It was 1-0. And then, thanks to Igor...
That was Brazeau.
Justin you know Brazeau? What? No, it was Brazeau. Yeah, it was Brazeau. And then he had another goal, empty net goal later. You're right. And, so they go down 1-0 in the first. Second and third, they kind of hold them off, but it still just never clicks for it. And there's a couple mid-danger chances, but really nothing produces it. They look just totally out of funk. And they pull Igor to get the extra man, and then Penguins score 2. So 3-0
I mean,
looks
1-0
worse.
though for most of the game. I mean, that's pretty good.
It looks worse, and it's at the end than it actually was, because Igor comes off that game with just an insane stat line. I think he was like a .987 save percentage. So only one of those beat him there. And the goal against, by the way, was like Trocheck kind of it was a face-off in the zone. Trocheck kind of let the center go right through him, and then Lafreniere was looking straight up ice, started going up ice, and let his winger assignment right behind him, and then it was just a nice move by Brazeau, like kind of forehand, backhand, roofed. And so it was like, I don't blame Igor there, but it's like, where is your defensive zone awareness? Was not there, and the biggest thing that I'll call out is it just looked like a very different style of play than what we had seen with the last two coaches, which isn't a bad thing. It was more of like a low danger, low risk style where we're not going to take these crazy rushes and then have a million 3-on-1s back the other way. It was just like low event hockey, I think. And that is what
the
Sullivan wants to do for sure. Couple funny things about Sullivan. He calls Igor Shesterkin the best deodorant in the league because he hides up stink. So like when they suck and it looks bad and it could smell bad,
that's good.
Shesterkin will save you and keep you in games and steal games, honestly, because he is, right now especially, he's playing as the best goalie in the league. And then one other thing that I thought was interesting, I think I was listening on the radio, they were saying Sullivan's style is like almost like a chip and chase. Oh no, it was called a punt and hunt. So thinking about like American football punting, you do that to gain real estate or whatever, the advantage, so that you kind of push them back in their zone. And so the idea is when we're going and we think, maybe usually we dump it in and just like shoot it into the boards. They're throwing it up high so that the defenseman has to like look up for it, and then hunting and trying to go for the hit. And that works really well for our fourth line that has Edstrom and Rempe, the big boys, and even our grinding third line. So it's an interesting style. I don't think I've seen it very much before, but I like that there's a name for it, punt and hunt. That's cool. Only other thing I'll say about that game, Mika looked noticeable, which I think is good. Like that. If you're taking good things away from it, it was low event. Wasn't a super high scoring game where like crazy defensive lapses except for the goal. Igor looked great. Mika looked pretty good and had a lot of shots and chances. So that's game one for me. It was a loss 3-0.
Well, so game one for us also looks more harsh than it actually seemed and played out. We played a good game. We scored the first goal. Oliver Kapanen gets his first of the NHL, which is surprising because he played, I guess, 18 games last year. And that's when I was really unimpressed by him because, like, last year it just seems just very unnoticeable. But now he's on a line with Alex Newhook and Ivan Demidov. And
It's
he's
a
looking
big
good.
promotion.
He's literally our second line.
Yeah.
Like they're, you could even they're our third line, but you could almost call it the second because they're getting as much ice time as our second, which is Bolduc, Doc, and Galley. So yeah, Kapanen gets his first goal against the Leafs. This is home opening night against the Leafs, and we're up 1-0. They score. And then Zach Bolduc gets his first as a Montreal Canadian off a rebound off Brendan Gallagher, who is actually having an amazing season. So I know there's a lot of Galley haters out there just because, he's still scrappy as ever, but like point production wise, he's kind of trickled off over the past couple of years.
He's an elder statesman now.
But he's just making good plays. And being oddly disciplined, it's good to see. I think at this point, definitely our longest tenured player, because he's been on the team since 2013.
Yeah, there's no one else that's on.
There's no one else.
The
There's
team.
it's just Galley.
Yeah.
And I love that, and I love that he's playing on the second line, and Marty kind of recognizes that, like his effort there.
Yeah. It's good to start. I feel like that could shift as the season goes on, and as the young guys have more legs, and I would think Galley kind of...
Yeah, it takes a step back.
It's so hard to judge early season.
It is.
Penguins are like 2-1. It's like, they're not going to be,
We're at
Bruins are 3-0, right?
Bruins
like,
are 3-0.
Tampa
Tampa never won a game yet. Hasn't won a game yet.
Yeah.
So, very small sample size, but so they tie at 2-2, and then this is a bit of a weird goal for the Maple Leafs for their third. Somehow, like, two of our guys, including Hudson, I guess lose or break their stick, and that leads to an odd man rush. And then you just see
How does
Hudson.
that happen?
I don't know. It was just like in quick succession. Just like one breaks. I forgot who the first guy was, but then Hudson breaks it. Maple Leafs guy is in alone technically. Hudson's just trying to push him and like grab him with just his gloves, and then they pop one in, or I think it was Morgan Riley or something. So they got lucky there, and then they scored two empty nets, and it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? I mean, their effort that game was really encouraging. They had, for the first and second period, possession was like and shot chances and high danger chances were all Montreal. Like we had pretty good control over the game, I think, and I was also enjoying the game as well. So. And not getting upset. So I think that's a good indicator, at least on my end. Cause I know I get upset a lot, and I wasn't. So, I mean, good first game, but I wish we could have came up on top of the Leafs, but.
More entertaining than my game, at least. You saw some goals. You saw Bolduc.
Saw some goals. Bolduc. I'm calling it, and I called it when he was traded. He's going to be our X factor this year in terms of our secondary scoring, and as I'll talk about in the next few games, he gets in on more of the action on the power play. So, I mean, overall, I think faceoffs really suffered this game. Like Jake Evans did not win a faceoff. Fourth line struggled a bit. First line kind of as well on the faceoff circle, but overall pretty good.
Sweet. All right, let's get into our game twos. So you mentioned power play and fourth lines.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Matt Rempe is listed as being on power play too, which is something I never thought I'd ever have to say. It's a little discouraging.
Did Sullivan say anything about that?
This is what Sullivan says. He doesn't say this about Rempe, but he loves the term conscientious player. You got to be a real conscientious player. When
is
you're
Matt Rempe
no, but he's saying he basically he's like we need our guys to focus on their role in conscientious play, and I guess listen, he's a massive body, so if you're sticking him in front of the net and he can piss people off on the power play,
That's true.
sure, and I don't think power play 2 is going to get
A lot of
50%
time.
of the time.
Yeah.
It's more than in previous years, but it's just you see like practice lineup and going PP2 and you see Rempe on there and you're just like, come on. Like
Yeah.
how is this guy like, and listen, he's played great. I think he already has 2 points through 3 games. So like that's
He has a goal, or
he has a goal,
yeah.
which I'll go over. That was in the last game. It was like not a skill goal. It was not even. He didn't even shoot it. It just hit him. So, but going on to game 2, so we're playing the Sabres. So to caveat everything I say with we're playing
Sabres.
probably one of the worst teams in the league.
And
I would
overall,
expect.
over the past decade, probably
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So going into this, the Rangers actually posted a Instagram post of Lafreniere because Lafreniere had his first goal of his career against the Sabres in overtime, I believe, whenever he came into the league, and he scores the first one tonight. Panarin has a good kind of walk across the blue line, shoots it in, and Lafreniere's just like being around the net, kind of is almost like on the goal line right next to the post and brings it from behind the net, kind of squeaks it through between the pads of who was it, Luukkonen and the post, and then it kind of gets into the crease, and he's just reaching around and puts it in. Luukkonen was like was out of position, might have gotten hit by his defenseman or something, but that type of gritty goal, and I think it was 5-on-5 as well, something that Lafreniere, when he's at his best, can get. I mean, he's a skill guy. He's done some really skilled goals, but like that, we need more of that. So it was encouraging to see. It wasn't surprising that Lafreniere was the first goal scorer against the Sabres because that's kind of where he's feasted in the past, I feel like.
Yeah, I think players, like, there's always a few players here and there that just do so well against one team
Yeah.
and just score every time they play them. I find that interesting.
Like Zibanejad against the Flyers, he just lights up the Flyers. I don't know, it's just his thing. So, so that's goal 1. Second goal, Carson Soucy, kind of out of nowhere. You don't expect this guy to be a skill or an offensive producer
Is this
very
his
much,
second
but
year
at the Rangers, yeah, we got him last year. And I think this is more like off the rush. It was either 2-on-2 or like maybe a 2-on-1, and he just takes it short side, beats. I guess no, it wasn't Luukkonen. It was, I think it was.
What's his?
It wasn't Levi. It was.
The third string.
Oh my God! No, I think Levi's in the. It was Lions.
Oh,
I think it was
Alex
Lions.
Lyons?
Yeah, I think it was Lions.
Well,
yeah.
that guy sucks.
Yeah, well,
he's not
and
good.
so Soucy gets on the board. So we're up 2-0. We're feeling good.
Nice. This isn't the first, or
I don't even.
somewhere
Over the course of the game, the Sabres really had a couple high danger scoring chances, but for the most part, Igor shut them down. He had a shutout the entire game, so not many. I think we were leading in shots for most of the game. It was a much more conscientious game.
Yeah,
everyone was playing together. They were, driving play, so very good to see. Third goal, JT Miller in front of the net, or kind of out in the slot area. I think it was on the power play. Shot comes from the point, and he just has a nice kind of tip right at his shoulder height, or maybe a little under, and it just tips in perfectly into the net. And then Fox ices it on an empty net and gets it in. So
there you go.
Igor definitely held him in it early on, but it wasn't much of a fight from the Sabres, and I kind of expect that for the rest of the season. And then even though he didn't score, Mika Zibanejad again had a lot of shots, looked good. I think he had 6 or 7 shots in this game. So that's the type of play we need from him.
Yeah.
And especially because in this game, Trocheck, around the end of the second period, took a weird, or I don't even know if there was an exact play, but he was pulled out of the game and didn't return. And now he's listed as week to week. So Trocheck is out week to week.
Wow.
So what's good about having the original plan of having Mika on the wing is we can have him as a center. He's comfortable enough at center. We just slid Parson in, basically. So end of that game, we kind of finish out. Zibanejad is playing on the second line as a center with Panarin and Lafreniere. They call up, or they pull up from the third line one of our other wingers, and then kind of go from there. But against the Sabres, not worried. Obviously didn't need to. It was 4-0. But that was definitely, you don't want to see that from one of your main centers. What I'm hoping it will do, it hasn't yet because we don't have enough cap space accrued, but I'm hoping this will open up a little bit for Perot or one of the kids to come up.
Yeah, I think
Which
so.
is like, this is
In
exactly...
terms of being out is pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's also good, you have Parsonen, who was going to be your 3C, but now he's playing wing, and Laba, who is like a kind of out-of-nowhere center. So you still have 4 center, or I guess 5 if you count Rempe or Edstrom, whoever's on the 4th line. Like, you still have, it's not a crazy good depth of centers, but you have 5 or 6 guys that can fill in down the middle. Whereas I feel like in previous years, if one of our centers got hurt, we were screwed.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. But yeah, 4-0 win against the
Nice.
Sabres
First
again,
win
like
of
I
the-
said.
Yeah.
But we need it.
You were
need
like,
to get...
they have to win against Sabres. That's so free.
Yeah, I mean, if they laid an egg in the home opener where like everyone's hyped, and then they go up to Buffalo and lose to like a horrible Sabres team, it would have just been a bad start.
That's when you know.
Really
okay,
bad start.
Here we go again.
All right.
So second game, we are in Detroit for their home opener. I forgot to mention Monty played the first game, so Dobish is in for this one.
So you think that's gonna happen? Like,
I think, well, based on this game, Dobish might get more starts because
Wow.
I would say from now, because he played really well and I loved his performance. He shut the door, made some great saves against like DeBrincat, Kane, and Lark and all those guys. And I forgot to mention also out of the lineup is Struble as the extra defenseman and Veleno as our, I guess, as our guy if someone gets injured, our centerman. So I feel pretty good
Veleno's
about...
out?
Like, scratched.
Yeah. Interesting.
I feel good about the center depth, As I mentioned, we got Doc, Balduke, Gallagher, Demidov, Kapanen, Newhook, and then the 4th line, Anderson, Evans, and who am I missing? Evans.
Not Gallagher. Not.
Who am I missing? Maybe they've been Patrick Laine. He's been so
Oh yeah,
unnoticeable.
He's
been
horrible.
unnoticeable.
I drafted
that I
him
forgot.
like late. Oh my god, he's been so bad. What's his?
He's getting shots, okay, but
Is he on the power play?
he's on the second power play unit.
Oh god.
But the fact that I
drop him.
forgot that he was on the
Yeah,
4th
it's
line
not
just
good.
shows
I'm gonna
me
drop him. You want him?
how, no, I don't. I don't. But it just shows me how unnoticeable the 4th line has been so far. But regardless, we had a great game. We got Zach Balduke again scoring from a chip pass, a clever chip pass from Brendan Gallagher. Up the middle, goes in for a wrist shot, down the middle, alone, past Gibson.
Yeah.
So absolutely tearing it up. And then second goal, oh, I forgot. Dylan Larkin, on the power play, he got the first goal of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he celebrated like he just won the Stanley Cup. And I
What was the celly? Let's see it. What was the celly?
It was just like,
Was it their first game?
It was their first game, I think. Or,
At home?
I think so, at home, yeah. I mean...
Can understand some
that's
of it,
the,
but...
The first thing that popped up in my mind was that, and I was just telling you this earlier, I saw others, Habs, and other comments on the YouTube summaries just, like, talk about that, too, like, his celebration and, like, how it was kind of excessive. And I'm like, yeah, that's a bit much. I don't think I've seen a celebration like that other than, like,
He's the captain, though.
Well, they laid an egg because they let us score 5 unanswered.
Is it 5-1?
5-1 us.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, Balduke
Brutal.
scores. And
Gibson sucks. I drafted him, too. I'm having a bad draft.
No, goalies for me suck.
Oh.
But, yeah, so second goal, Demidov, nice pass pretty much in our D zone to Newhook. Newhook to Kapanen for a second. So 2-1.
Wow, Kapanen's popping off on that second line.
I kind of like that line, although I would like to see... I mean, this is a side comment, but I would like to see maybe Balduke on that line. Or move Demidov to the first power play unit. So the first power play unit that was shown in this game, we got Koff back on there, Suze, Slav, Balduke, and Hudson.
Yeah.
So they, especially the past couple of games, they're there like majority of the time. Like there's no switch.
Yeah.
So Demidov's line with Laine like plays 20 seconds.
That's how that's how Rangers do it.
I feel like, I mean, Baldock is good there because he's been scoring on the power play. But I would like to see somehow Demidov get more ice time eventually, which I think Marty will probably do.
Mm.
But nice pass from Demidov to Newhook, and then Newhook to Kapanen. And the last 15 seconds of the period, this is all in the first period, Matheson scores his first. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good at this point.
Yeah.
And then later down the line, we get another power play. Slav gets his first, and then Carrier from the point. I thought it was Baldock that tipped that shot, but it was all Carrier all the way to make it 5-1. I mean,
wow.
Just we were outshot like 32-17 at the end. Dobis shut the door on multiple power plays. They had some good chances, especially Alex DeBrincat. I didn't know how he did not bury one of those goals. He was like in on alone and got a rebound. Dobish is on the ground scrambling, and he misses, just like hits the side of Dobish instead of going up. I just utterly dominant performance. Even though they outshot us, but it didn't feel like they really dominated us in that department. Like
probably low danger shots.
Yeah, it could not have gone either way.
Yeah.
We were
All
good.
over.
I'm not sure if any fights happened. I forget. But fights do happen in the next game in Chicago.
Yeah.
But overall, great performance. Dobish going to get more starts because he played really well.
Just ride the hot hand, right?
My uncle's like, yeah, he should be the starter. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. Like,
we'll see.
I mean, Monty's still good. He played 60 games last year.
Yeah.
Shesterkin and a few others are the only ones that were able to do that. So, like, Monty's got the endurance. But yeah, I'd like to see more power play 2 time, and as I'll talk about, just a better power play in general, because the next one we had a lot of chances. But yeah, so that's our game in Detroit.
Nice. So 1-1.
1-1.
Good.
First win.
All right, moving on to game 3s of the week. Rangers somehow play the Penguins again. Thankfully, this had a different outcome, and it was a total payback game.
This is in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh now. It wasn't their home opener, but still Mike Sullivan's first time back in Pittsburgh as a different head coach. So he got a little emotional at the beginning of the game because everyone's like cheering for him, and which is good. I'm glad they didn't like boo him.
Yeah,
like, it was,
that's
you know,
good.
he earned
he
that.
Won a cup
he won
with
2
them.
cups. He earned it.
2 cups.
But so Trocheck, like I mentioned, is out. So they have Zibanejad down, playing with or in between Panarin and Lafreniere. They have Connor Sheary up on the It's now the second line. It was kind of the first line, but with Miller and Cooley. So it's a kind of grinding, like heavier. I mean, Sheary isn't a heavy guy, but like they play kind of heavy and good effort line. And then the third line, Parssinen slots in at the right wing. Laba stays on the center, and Taylor Radish is the left wing. And then, your fourth line stays the same.
How's Radish doing?
Radish gets his first goal this game. It's actually the
Nice.
last goal of the game. And I want to talk about it a little bit more later. He's been a solid third liner. Like, he hasn't, I don't expect a lot from him. I haven't seen, felt like preseason he didn't look great, but he hasn't been super outstandingly bad in these first 3 games. So that lineup change happens. Like I said, I'm hoping in the future, if we have more cap space, that allows some kids to come up if Trocheck is out for extended period. But for now, this is how the roster is. First period, this was essentially a special teams clinic for the Rangers. I think they had 4 or 5 of their 6 goals were on some form of special teams. The first one comes on a penalty kill. Sam Carrick makes a good block kind of in our zone and then goes out 2-on-1 with Mika Zibanejad. It was very Kreider-Zibanejad-esque where, they just have 2 kind of faster guys scoring on a shorty.
Still missing Kreider.
Of course. I mean, come on, it's my boy. But it was a good block by Carrick, good pass up to him, and then just 2-on-1, holds it. Once the defender like kind of moves to face Carrick, he slides it right through his legs, right to Zibanejad, who just like one touches it, I'd say, because it wasn't a full one-timer, but one touches it past Shilov. So playing Archer Shilovs again, we got totally blanked by him the first game, lit him up this game.
Nice.
So that was good. Lot of penalties after that, just we took 1 or 2, but like probably 4, 5, or 6 going against the Penguins. And that kind of, let's see, yeah, that kind of opens the door for the Rangers to just continue to score. I do think early on they had, forget the kid's name, Kindell maybe? Rookie.
Kindell.
It was a rookie
from
on Pittsburgh. This might have actually been a 1-1 goal. So it was a rush down the other way. Very, I would say, weak by Shesterkin's perspective. Like giving him the respect he deserves. Like he usually saves these, right? This guy Kindell makes a good just rush play to the outside, but he's outside or maybe at the top of the circle and just shoots and beats Shesterkin short side under the glove. Good, hard, fast shot, but
and
pretty,
his first
pretty,
of the NHL.
Yeah, his career. But very, no one was in the lane. It wasn't like through traffic. It just seemed like, wow, Shesterkin, what was he looking at there? And so then I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen? Like he's been playing so well. Totally played great the rest of the game. Didn't let up a goal, but. After
it was
that.
a one-off thing.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it happens. He's not going to be a shutout goalie every time. And if that's the goal you let up and your team scores 6, doesn't matter. So from there, fourth line is playing great, by the way. Edstrom and Rempe are just doing their punt and hunt thing and getting behind guys. And Rempe had like 3 or 4 chances just right in front of the goal, like tapping it in. But didn't end up scoring one that way, but one of those plays, Edstrom's driving down, which they're both like these 6'9".
Yeah, they're huge.
Big guys.
They're huge.
Edstrom's driving down one side, passes it through. The Penguins defenseman kind of tips it, and Rempe has a couple shots on it, and then it goes into the corner. I think Carrick gets the puck, passes it up to Fox, top circle, and Fox just rips it and scores. So he's having a pretty elite start to the season. After that, another power play happens. Power play 1 isn't very effective. They actually get power play 2 out with about a minute to go. And who was it? Sheary, I think, finds Cooley back post, taps it right in. Letang, I have no idea what he was doing or why he's on the penalty kill.
Didn't Sheary used to play for
He
Pittsburgh
did,
too?
yes,
Yeah.
under Sullivan.
That's why Sullivan likes it. Yeah.
So that was great. And then as it keeps going on, another power play happens. Fox gets up through traffic, but like perfectly placed top corner, I guess on the left side shot from the point. So that's 2 goals for Fox already. He has 3 on the season. I think he has 3 assists on the season as well. So he's heating up, man. Fox and Igor both right now are playing like their Norris and Vezina seasons.
Okay.
Love to see that. After that, I'd say the funniest goal of the game. So at this point it's 4-1. Again, you have Rempe and Edstrom kind of driving down the ice, and Rempe's just moving to get in front of the net to be in the way. Who was it? Kevin Shea? What's his name? Shea?
Kevin.
Maybe not Kevin. I don't know. The defenseman Shea, I think his name was Shea. Just like totally bodies Rempe into Shelov's. So Rempe's not in the crease. He gets pushed into Shelov's, and then Edstrom gets the puck like kind of in the low slot, shoots it. It hits Rempe's like the back of his leg, and then goes in. And so like at first you're like, oh my God, that's got to be a goaltender interference. Rempe's like face down
in the crease.
Yeah, he's face down in the crease. But after review, I mean, they didn't even challenge it. It was just like, oh no, he clearly got pushed in. But that's a Rempe goal.
Okay, if you're pushed in, like by the defender,
that's their fault.
That's a goal. Like
that's the defender's fault for sure, because like you were staying out, you get body checked in.
The goal, yeah.
So, but it hits his leg, and so that's a Rempe goal, and he has like 2 points on the season already. It's crazy.
Sick.
It's just so dumb. And then finally, just a shout out for Noah Laba. There's, it's 5-1 now. The game's pretty much put away. There's like 6 minutes left or so, but he makes a good play on the boards in our defensive zone. Races for the puck. It's kind of like a one-on-one race. He makes a good move, gets behind one of the defenders. The defender's like right on his tail, and he's fighting him off, passes it over to Radish, who gets it kind of back post off the rush. So Radish scores. We've had a lot of those kind of side-by-side off-the-rush goals this game, and Penguins couldn't keep up with us or really do anything about it. So it's a 6-1 win. We're 2-1 on the year. We redeem ourselves for the horrible Centennial opening season night against the Penguins. We probably won't see them again for 6 months because we played them twice already, which is crazy because they're in division. But that is, Labaza earning his spot there.
I
So it
told
was
you
a good game.
I liked this play when
Yeah.
he was playing, right, when we saw him.
Yeah.
I feel like he
we were.
was
Yeah.
good. He was
Yeah.
good.
The only other thing from that game, Carson Soucy took a pretty hard and awkward hit, and his head went right into the boards. So he's been put on the IR. I don't know.
No call. Was there a call?
No. It was a little bit I think it was just awkward, and he tripped over. It didn't seem super dirty or anything, but he's been put on the IR. I have to refresh myself on what that means, how long he's actually going to be out, but I think that means at least a week. And they haven't.
Yeah, it's more than a week.
Maybe
usually for IR.
12 days, 2 weeks maybe. But so Trocheck hasn't been put on. He's just week to week, so maybe he could be back next week. We'll see. But in the meantime, they've called up Connor Mackey from the AHL, which
I've never
he
heard of
played.
this guy.
Mackey played a couple for a good stretch either last year or 2 years ago. He's serviceable. I think this will definitely switch around. I think Mackey would be the bottom defenseman with Vakanainen, and then they'll get Schneider on his offside or play him up with Borgen, which is fine. I think we have the depth to do that. The thing that I've seen fans complain about is why wasn't Scott Morrow called up? And the reason there is Mackey makes $700, which is league minimum because he's I guess a vet at this point. And the Rangers only have maybe $800K to play with cap space, so they need to accrue a little bit before they're able to call up one of their ELC guys, which makes $900K. So money-wise, they probably could have made it work if they sent someone down or waived someone, but it's the easiest thing to do for them to call up a vet defenseman instead of Morrow. I also think it plays along with get Morrow his time still in the AHL. It's okay.
Yep.
And the other thing that doesn't matter as much, but Morrow plays a different position than Soucy. One's a right-handed, one's a left-handed D, so or left defenseman, right defenseman. So it makes sense. You don't want to put Morrow in a position where he's not playing his most comfortable spot, and you'd have to do some other cap configurations to get him up there anyway. So it makes sense. Don't freak out yet. The Rangers aren't crapping on this kid's development. But that's game 3. We're 2-1. Couldn't have asked for a much better start. It would have been nice to have a more exciting first game, but overall the week was positive.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. So for our last game of the week, we open up another home opener for another team. So 3 home openers we attend.
Centennials.
And 2 of them Centennials. So this one was Chicago Blackhawks, of course. And this one is a pretty interesting one. I mean, I think both teams are hungry. I mean, Chicago still has a lot. I think at least compared to us.
Longer way to go.
They're young.
Longer way to go.
But they have a longer way to go. But they put up a great fight. We won 3-2 in the end. And our first line here is just it was just kind of their show today. They got, I don't know, first line's looking good. Slav is just being a beast and using his body more. Suzuki gets 3 assists in this game.
Sweet.
Caulfield gets his first of the year. So that first goal, Balduke kind of shoots it. Again, Balduke again. He's going to come up a lot.
Nasty.
And it kind of
You got to get a jersey.
I know. It flings in the air. And then Caulfield does a little lacrosse move. He just from the air, but lower than, I guess, shoulder height. He just bats it in. For his first of the year on the power play. Pretty sick. Good to see him get going. Now we just need to get Suze his first of the year. Suzuki has 5 assists total, though, so, I mean, he's doing just fine. But actually, their rookie defenseman, Sam Rinzel,
Yes.
I saw him on the waiver wire, by the way. I think someone picked him up.
Probably, yeah.
He gets his first off another Jake Evans face-off loss. So there's something I've noticed this being a pattern.
Get Veleno in there.
We tend to lose in our defensive zone.
Isn't Veleno? Wouldn't he be a better face-off guy than Evans?
Yeah, but Evans is our PK guy. He is the
well,
PK guy.
If he's the PK guy and he can't win a face-off, that's not very good.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's a bit tough. I like Evans a lot. He has a couple problems sometimes. He has trouble finishing. He actually had a great opportunity in this game on a odd man rush from Matheson to him, and he Spencer Knight actually plays for this
Yep.
team now.
Yeah, yeah.
He played really well, and he just saves it off a dive, and I'm like, this guy cannot finish because ever since there was a moment last year, and I forgot what game. I think it was either game 1 or 2 against the Caps, where it was wide open the net for Evans, and I think he hits the post, and he was just right there.
Yeah.
And we could have won that, and that would have set the
That's
tone.
echoes of Ryan Strome for me. There were so many times when Strome was on our team where you just like, if you took a still frame, it was puck, Strome, wide open net, goalie's like not even slid over, and it just doesn't, and they don't score. And you're like, what?
Yeah, it's tough. I like him a lot, and I want him to learn how to be a better finisher when it comes to scoring. So hopefully he could work on that. I mean, we've had a couple players in the past that had problems finishing, and they got better. Like Paul Byron, he had a huge issue with just like he always get
That is a
chances,
name, dude. I have not
but
thought of Paul Byron.
but then we turned him into a 20-goal scorer. So him, but right now the current team, Evans and Newhook need to know how to finish.
Yeah.
So Sam Rinzel ties the game. And then on another power play, Zach Bolduc in the bumper spot gets another goal, on pace for 82
You know what?
goals a year.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know what I want to see from you? I haven't seen many white jerseys from you, in your.
Yeah.
Maybe get a nice white Zach Bolduc jersey.
That and white would look good. Yeah, yeah. I don't have many. I think the last white jersey I had was, funnily enough, Subban, Bolduc is wearing the same number.
Oh, you could just get the.
Get the name removed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. So Caulfield and Suzuki also get on this again, upping up their points. Gotta love their play. The most controversial thing in this game was, I mean, not really, in my opinion, controversial. Caden Gooley gets a huge hit on Frank Najar. Just open ice hit, solid. He answers the bell. I don't know who tries to fight him, but some like
they had like
6'4"
three. Yeah, they had like 3 guys try to jump in.
And then on the sidelines, you got Newhook fighting someone, and then Bertuzzi's there.
Scrappy.
And Demidov getting in on the
Scrappy.
action for the first time. He was bloodied on the lip afterwards. But sticking
Protect
up for
your hands, Demi.
but sticking up for the teammate like that, I gotta respect it. Like a rookie star like Demidov. Oh, I don't want to say star, but he's gonna be good
In the making.
Star in the making. I don't see a guy like Matthews trying to get scrappy, or even Bedard. I mean, Bedard was a little chippy in this game, which I think I saw a lot of people appreciate that side of Bedard. I guess pissing them off so much brought the anger out of him, which is good to see, fun to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're up 2-1, and off a power play that Chicago had, Najar shoots it, and in a similar way, I think, of how Rempe scored. It literally just goes off Bedard's pants and just goes in.
Yeah.
So, 2-2.
So tied up.
Yeah. We and basically last 30 seconds we're swarming around the net. There's people falling in front of freaking Knight, and people were saying Slav was there obviously, but they were just honestly falling on top of each other.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of chaos in front of the net, and I guess Slav shoved the guys properly, but he wasn't. They fell on each other.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole scramble play to try to get it in, and then Caulfield hits it, bounces to a guy in front, and then Gooley gets it from the point and then shoots it, scores.
Gooley,
Caden
wow.
Gooley. So
after the fight?
So after the fight, he gets the game-winning goal.
Wow.
15 seconds left in the third period. And you'd love to see it, because that always has happened to us, and now we could do it to other people, other teams. People thought it was Slav because it looked like a tip in front, but I think it hit the defender's stick instead of Slav's. And Caden Gooley for the game winner.
Who was in goal for you?
Monty.
Monty again, and decent showing, you think?
Decent showing. I don't think any of those goals was his fault.
Okay.
As I said, the defensive zone draw was mostly on us, because that also happened in the first game of the Leafs. Defensive zone, I think it was Jevons as well. Just I don't know.
Jevons.
Defensive-wise, that line has been pretty rough, the fourth line. Because you got Line and
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the fact that we haven't really said Laine's name is not like he's not a fourth line player, and he's not
He
even
isn't.
really a
He
third line
isn't.
player. So like, when does he get?
So, the problem with this game, it was we got 10 power plays. We only capitalized on 2.
Yeah, that's not.
There needs to be a little shake up there.
Get Demi up there.
Get Demi up there, and maybe down the line bring Patrick back on the first, move Caulfield back on the second.
The thing is,
or
like,
not. I don't think I forgot what it was last year, but
Laine's shot from that angle.
that's all he does.
It's like, it's so dangerous that like you almost have to do it, even if other guys are like better, and you want to give other guys like a more of a shot. But like, I don't know. Even if you keep Demi on the second and you go 50-50 and you take Bolduc, put him on the second maybe, and then you slot in Laine.
Yeah.
It's just like.
The thing is, the second gets like no playing time on the power play. So.
But the first doesn't really have that shot threat yet.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So.
I mean, Caulfield is a shot threat, but they pass like.
Not the
they
one
need to get their
timer
stuff
like
together.
crazy.
Yeah, they don't have that one timer sling yet.
One other guy that I haven't heard you mention yet, Dobson. How has he been doing?
Oh yes, so I mean, I haven't mentioned Dobson and Doc. So,
yeah, Doc too.
Doc's been great. I mean, nothing too outstanding, but nothing bad at all.
Okay, that's good.
For both of them,
Yeah.
Dobson got his first point in Detroit. Hudson actually got his first point in this game for that Gooley goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, both solid performances. Nothing to complain about Dobson, really. He's just solid so far. Yeah, maybe he could put up more points.
You don't
and he
need like
will.
whatever the role he's playing. It's fine if he doesn't put up points, but he just
No, but he
needs,
was advertised as like an offensive defenseman,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess people expect him to put up 40, 50 points. Which
it's possible.
it's possible. It's again, like I think the lines could move a bit. So currently the D lines we got basically Dobson and Matheson, Gooley and Hudson, and then Carrier and Jack Eye.
And Strubal's the odd man out.
Strubal's odd man out.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Eye's been playing solid. I saw him maybe miss a couple, or a couple weird defensive things in the first game, but he's been showing up. He's actually really improved as a defenseman overall, and so I'm just happy to see. I like the lineup. I really do. I just like to see maybe a shake up in the power play because 2 for 10 is pretty crappy. And overall, we've been known to have a pretty like mid or below mid type of power play. So I don't know. Demidov is again his ice time is around like 12 to 14 minutes average. I like to see him get on the first power play because he could do some damage.
Yeah,
he could
definitely.
I mean, he was on it for the playoffs, and he was solid. This is at Balduke now. I mean, Balduke is great there. That's the thing; it's working, so they're not going to change it right now.
Yeah, but it's good to have that option when it stales. You
Yeah.
can just be like, all right, Demi, you're on. Bolduc, you haven't
And
scored in a
him
couple
on
days.
the second, Balduke on the second is pretty
Still
damn
good.
awesome
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like
It's a good trade. It's looking better and better each day.
I love it. He's going to be that. He's the depth scoring that we need, like from the second line. So
Seems like it. Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for him this year because actually he's an RFA at the end of the year, so
He's earning the contract.
we gotta sign a couple guys, including Hudson. So yeah.
Cool. All right. Anything else?
That's pretty much it. I'm excited.
Sweet.
Oh, by the way, Montreal and Rangers next week.
It's next week?
It's next week in Montreal, the 18th.
Are you going?
Wait, is it the 18th? It's on a weekend.
Are you going?
I will be in Montreal.
So are you going to go?
I'll try to go.
Yeah,
I'll
that
try
would
to
be
go. Should we
sick.
do a bet?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'll bet. What do you want to bet? I mean, obviously, I'm betting the Rangers are going to win. But what's at stake?
Yeah, what's at stake here? I don't know. Should be like last time, like we say something stupid about each other's team, or something we don't want to admit.
We'll have to think about it, I think.
Yeah, we have to think about it.
We'll do something.
But it's coming up.
Rangers are going to
up.
win. So it's not going to
The
matter.
Habs are gonna win.
Yeah.
We beat you last time at the Bell Center, and we're better.
Well, we're better, too.
Oh, You didn't make moves like us. That's all.
Yes, we did.
What do you mean?
We have a new coach. We got JT Miller,
Dobson, Balduke,
Gavrikov.
Valeno.
Yeah, Noah Lava. Come on, I can go same thing.
Well, I don't know. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun.
Yeah, great. I'm looking forward to it. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Please like, subscribe, send it out, tune in next time, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, folks.